What up, YouTube? Franchise History TV. Back again with another video. This time, it's a film review. And this time, I thought about it. And I finally did it. Because someone asked me in the comments down below on one of my videos, I believe it's the Marvel is Done, MCU is Done one. They asked me that I see Top Gun, Maverick. And I said no. Not yet. And then decided to see the original Top Gun. Never seen it before in my life. Don't know why. Really not a big fan of Tom Cruise except for a couple of his movies. Mainly the Mission Impossible, because those Mission Impossibles are exhilarating. Especially the last one that was released. Hoping, what's it called? Dead Reckoning will be even better. But I saw the first one, Top Gun. It's a classic. It's a classic. That's all I can say. And then I decided to finally see the sequel. I wanted to see the sequel actually a couple months ago, but like I said, I never saw the first one. So I always gotta watch the previous film so you can know what's going on in the next film. Don't sit there and watch the sequel and not watch the original and don't know what's going on. So saw Top Gun Maverick. I thought it was a good film, and it deserves the $1 billion that it got, I should say. But before I go into the rest of this review, I do a lot of film reviews. I think my last two have been, my last two has been Jurassic World Dominion. Yeah, and the other was a TV review, The Terminal List with Chris Pratt. You can go check those out. But let's begin. This one, I see why I made $1 billion. It kept to the original, even though some of this film I would say was callbacks to the original. There was a lot of callbacks to the original, like Tom Cruise riding the motorcycle on the runway with the jet. Just the beginning of the film was a throwback. Call back to the original one with the jets taking off and everything, the music. I realized that a lot of these, I wouldn't say reboots, but I see this a lot with stuff like Star Wars, Jurassic Park, Terminator, Karate Kid, stuff like that. You see a lot of callbacks. And I don't know why they do that a lot. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Example, with Star Wars, sometimes it works, this film. This is one of those films you actually gotta watch like in one of those RDX motion theaters or IMAX, because it makes me want to get on a jet and fly it now, like that. But it's no disrespect to the original character. I think it was only two original characters. It's Tom Cruise's character Maverick and Iceman with Val Kilmer, which I did actually know he was going to be in this film due to his current health conditions, but they wrote that into the film somehow, some way, I guess. But they try. It's basically, this movie is what you call old versus new. For example, lately it's a lot of, I'm gonna use the NBA. There's a lot of the younger generation of NBA players now. They like to disrespect the oldies. I do not know why. I don't know why they respect what came before, because if not what came before you, you would be in that position to be in the NBA. I don't know. I don't get the younger NBA generation doing that to the old folk. I don't know why they keep disrespecting them, but this movie kind of had some of that with because Tom Cruise, the main plot of this film, Tom Cruise is supposed to train these new Top Gun cadets, or candidates, I should say. And some of them are cocky as hell, think they know more, and all sorts of stuff. Sort of like these NBA players today. And of course, Tom Cruise has to put them in their place. Tom Cruise has his own things to deal with, dealing with his best friends. I wouldn't say still dealing with his best friend's death, but he still has flashbacks to that. And now he has to deal with his best friend's son, who he kind of stops his best friend's son from joining ranks in different positions, mainly because he fears what happened to his best friend, his father. But we got that going on. You got a romance with Tom Cruise and Jennifer Connelly, which I would say even at 50 years old, she is still nice. But yeah, that storyline going on, new romance with Tom Cruise. And you got Tom Cruise still being a rebel. It's like every movie likes being a rebel for some reason. Or every other movie. He's kind of like a rebel. He's kind of like a rebel with the Navy. Could have been second star captain, admiral, I should say, but he's still stuck at captain. But I think he's fine with that. You got John Hamm in this movie, which I would say, I don't know what DC's doing. I know they cancel Batgirl and all that stuff, but in some way they figure out a way for the books, comic books, as to say, movies to get back on schedule. Somebody should tell John Hamm, be Two-Face. He needs to be Harvey Dent / Two-Face. Maybe if there ever was to get Ben Affleck back fully, I can see that happening. Well, not really, but it is what it is now with that. But I can see it if it was to happen, I should say. But overall, I'm not going to make this too long. I think most people have seen this already. I'm just telling my thoughts on what I feel about this movie. This movie deserves $1 billion. It kept away from the agenda politics that has been going on lately that has been killing movies these days. For some reason, Tom Cruise, as much as I don't like him, for some reason, his movies are thrilling. They have an actual action. And he's still doing action movies at 60 years old. I think he just turned 60 not too long ago. At 60 years old. I do say this. He doesn't know how to make an action movie. Mission Impossible was an action movie. Some reason, outside of Tom Cruise's action movies, maybe even outside of Jason Statham's action movies, I don't even want to list Fast and Furious. Some reason, action movies are not action movies anymore. I don't know what they are. But this was certainly an action movie. And it seemed like Tom Cruise is going to keep on going. Because now you got Mission Impossible on the way. But I have to say, I don't want to say this. I don't want to say this at all. I don't want to say this. I will have to say Top Gun, the sequel, Top Gun Maverick, slightly better than the original. I think the original is good. But I think this one just has more action that keeps you to your seat, keeps you onto the story. But that's just my thinking. You don't have to think my way. Like I tell the other people in other different videos when it comes to different franchises. You don't have to be listening to what I'm saying. That's just my opinion. You can have your own opinion. I'm not going to, curse you out because you have a different opinion. It seems to go on these days a lot. But that's how I feel about Top Gun Maverick. I have to give it a 9 out of 10. I have to say that's probably the best movie I've seen this year in movie theaters. I haven't seen many because I think I only seen 3 movies in movie theaters this year. I think the rest of them been like that directed streaming. I think I reviewed 4 movies overall this year. But so far I had to put Top Gun at number 1 so far. Number 2 is probably Jurassic World. Number 3 is Sonic, and 4 was probably that stupid remake of what is it called? Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Yeah, those are the 4 movies I reviewed this year. Yeah, it's not much to review because there ain't much to do this year. But anyways, tell me what you guys thinking down in the comments below. Did you like Top Gun? Have you seen it already? If you haven't seen it already, go see it. I do have to say this. One more thing I want to say this before. The ending kind of reminds me of Star Wars, the original Star Wars. Anybody who has seen it, let's give it a little feel of the original Star Wars at the end. But anyways, like I said, if you got anything to say, you got something to say about this movie, say it down in the comments below. And I'll be back again with another video. Peace. Thank you all for watching this video. I'm out.